Asterisk for 15 long years, every morning at 7:15 a.m. A woman named Eliza stood at the same quiet bus stop on Maple Street. The world moved around her, seasons changed, children grew up, buildings came and went, but Eliza remained. Always. In the same place, always with the same distant look in her eyes, like she was waiting for someone the world had forgotten. She wasn't just waiting for a bus. And the townspeople knew it, asterisk for some whispered she had lost her mind. Others said she was just a lonely woman stuck in her memories. But none of them truly knew why Eliza waited every single day in silence, clutching an old photo that had faded over the years, a young man smiling brightly standing at that very same bus stop, frozen in time. His name was Daniel. Asterisk Eliza met Daniel when she was just 19. And he was 21, she was a shy girl working at the town's bookstore, and he was a literature student with dreams too big for their small town. They met one rainy morning when Daniel offered her his umbrella at the same bus stop she now waited. At alone, it was simple, almost forgettable. But something about the way he smiled at her made her heartbeat change rhythm that day. It was as if, without knowing, she had met her future. Asterisk, they fell in love quickly, quietly, deeply. They spent afternoons reading poetry under trees, evenings watching the buses come and go without boarding them, and nights talking about a future that felt like it already belonged to them. But, as with all young love, reality eventually came. Daniel was offered a research fellowship in another country. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and Eliza, despite her tears, encouraged him to go. They promised to write. They promised to wait, he told her. On my return, meet me right here. I'll come back on the 10th of March, no matter what. Asterisk, the first year, she came early, filled with hope. She waited for hours, holding her breath every time the bus pulled in. But Daniel never stepped off. Asterisk, the second year, she waited again. Then the third, then the 5th. 15 times she waited. 15 years passed, and still she waited. People in the neighborhood began to notice. A few offered her tea. One kind driver offered her a ride to wherever she was going. But Eliza would simply smile politely and say, I'm waiting for someone. Over time, most stopped asking. Her life became defined by that morning ritual. Wake up, fix her hair, hold the photo. Walk to the bus stop. Wait. Asterisk, her life passed in chapters no one else could read. She missed birthdays. She never married. She lived in a small rented room, quietly working at the bookstore until it shut down. But every morning, rain, snow, or sun, she stood there. Her only constant was her hope. But inside she questioned herself every day. Was it foolish to believe? Had he changed his mind? Had something terrible happened? Why hadn't he written? She didn't know, but she couldn't let go of the promise. And then, on the 10th of March, exactly 15 years after he had left, Eliza walked to the stop once more. Asterisk, the sky was gray. The air was quiet. Asterisk, a single bus pulled in, the same route, the same number, asterisk, and just like every other year, her heart clenched in the split second before. The door opened, asterisk, but this time, someone stepped off, and it was him, Daniel, asterisk, older, paler, a limp in his walk, but it was him. His eyes, they still held the same warmth, the same pain, asterisk, for a moment. They just stared at each other, asterisk, tears filled Eliza's eyes, and her hands trembled as she stepped forward. You came back. Asterisk, he dropped his suitcase and wrapped her in a hug that held 15 years of silence, confusion, and aching love. Asterisk, I tried, he whispered. I tried every year, but I was in an accident just before I was supposed to fly back. I was in a coma. When I woke, I couldn't remember anything. It took years to recover. The memories came back slowly. Your name, your face, the bus stop. And then I knew, if you still remembered, you'd be here. Eliza didn't need any more answers. He had come back. They didn't talk about the years they lost. They talked about the days ahead. Asterisk, the town changed again. But now, Eliza didn't wait alone. She and Daniel would walk by the stop, hand in hand, not as a shrine to the past, but as proof that some promises are not broken by time or distance. Asterisk, some loves don't fade. They wait, quietly, patiently, full of hope. If this story touched your heart, please like the video and subscribe to Everyday Grace. We bring you stories that remind you love, hope, and kindness still exist. And sometimes, waiting is not a waste. Sometimes it's where love chooses to return,